So let's talk about freeform locks or just locks in general and spirituality, right? Or religion. Um, I think what happens is a lot of people when they decide, hey, you know what, I want to freeform and they say, man, this is a way to get in touch with my most natural self. So it's kind of you know what I'm saying, it kind of goes along with the whole thing, the whole spirituality thing and nature and all of this stuff. It seems like a natural fit. But I would warn against tying spirituality or ways of life into freeform locks because I say because this is the hardest method of locks to get to have to go through with. And what happens is people are on a path, right? And I think that's a lot of times that's why people, decide to they come into freeform because they're at this phase in their life, and so they feel like they should do this. They feel like they should do this. Now you feel like, um, a lot of times people feel like, okay, I found Rastafari, or I found, some people saying that they're on the Nazarite vow, or whatever, walks of life, spiritualities, and whatever, and so you feel like you have to do this. So then you start to grow your hair like this, and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I talk about it, and I know I have them, but I do, on the outside looking in, I do understand that it's hard for people. I'm not naive to that, which is why I really would inform people that not to tie those things in, because now you feel like I have to keep my hair, man, because I'm on a Nazarite vow, or I'm trying to be a Rasta, or whatever other spiritual beliefs are out there. So you feel like that's your pull in, and a lot of people do it because they feel like, well, okay, if I'm trying to grow my hair like this, I know it's going to be hard for me with moving through society. However, if I attach uh, a spirituality to it, then that's going to make me keep them. Nothing outside of you is going to make you want to keep your hair like this, right? That just has to be just like the spirituality that you're trying to be on. It's something that has to be in you. It's not something that you look at somebody else doing and you're like, oh, I want to do that too. Because you're gonna try, and you're gonna try it out, but if it ain't, ultimately, if it's not in you, it's not within you, then it's just not gonna work. Now, I'm not saying that it's, that you can't try stuff out, but I'm just saying that don't tie serious things into hair, or into a type of dreadlocks, because you're gonna struggle, and then you're gonna be like, what happened? You're gonna make yourself try to do something. You're gonna make yourself keep your hair, and that's just not you. So I will warn against tying spirituality into your hair. That's why I never say, to me, that my hair is spiritual. My hair is not spiritual. It's representative. Um, it embodies me. It embodies parts of my personality. But as far as like a spiritual walk and tying it into that type of thing, no, I wouldn't go that far for myself. Um, Now, I am aware that yes, there are people who feel like, you know what, my hair is spiritual, and if it is, fine. But as long as that's really in you, that's not something that you can, force yourself to believe. You know what I mean? You know it when it's, what I'm saying, if it's in you or not. So I think that's a part of why a lot of people, you know, new free farmers, people who just beginning, that's why they struggle with it, because they feel like they have to attach spirituality to it, a walk of life to it. They have to attach some whatever deep meanings to their hair. And you don't have to do that. You can just have hair. And so what that does is not put such a burden on you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are trying to do this and they're new to it, especially young people. because you're going into different phases of your life. You know what I'm saying? There's different opportunities that you have and whatnot, and you have to make these decisions of, man, should I keep my hair? Should I not keep my hair? Um, but I feel like most people find freeform locks because they are going into a phase. They're in a phase in their life where they kind of, they maybe they're on a spiritual walk or whatever, or or they think they want to be on a spiritual walk, or they're trying to, what I'm saying, they just want to rebel against somebody or something, So, um, a lot of people attach these things and it becomes a burden because you feel like you got to keep your hair now, or I'm on a such and such spirituality walk, and man, so you kind of feel like a failure a bit, because you couldn't keep your freeform locks. You know what I'm saying? So I say, don't attach those things to your hair, man. Now I'm not saying that. Look, again, I want to reiterate that it's not. I'm not saying not to try stuff. I'm not saying that just that you can't try freeform locks, and I'm not saying that you can't try different walks of life or spiritualities or whatever. What I'm saying is that try your best not to intertwine the two. Now, unless you really feel like that, you really want to be on that walk, then fine. However, it's still not attached to your hair. Because if you look at somebody who has hair already, and let's say their hair is to the floor, right? And they tell you that they're a Rasta or they're on a Nazarite vow, or they're some whatever spirituality, you got to understand they're not on that spirituality. They're not successful at that spirituality or that walk of life because they have long hair. The long hair is a part of it. It's a part of them, yes. But it was already in them. You know what I mean? That you have to already have that in you. Now I can come on here and having been on a spiritual walk or a certain way of life, and then I can be like, well, my hair is this and my hair is that. But ultimately, that's whatever you're trying to do, is it has to have already been in you. You just happen to grow some long hair. So for you young people out there, for not just young people, but for young people and for people who are just, starting fresh with freeform locks and you're trying to dabble in it, trying to see if you like it, just keep it at that. It's just what it is. You're just trying to see if you like it. It's okay if you don't. You know what I mean? Try not to intertwine spirituality or a walk of life to your hair, because it's gonna put a burden on you. You're not gonna feel like you're doing this out of your own freedom. You're gonna feel like indebted to something, right? So that's all I want to talk about today. Thanks for watching this, and let me know you guys' thoughts.